to 3, and I have a background in quite a few various jobs actually. But basically, when I love about Nu Skin, loads of things, loads and loads. But I would say probably the people as well. The products and the people are probably my main things that I like, and the freedom, the flexibility.
Yeah. So obviously before you were working a lot, and what's it done for you? It's kind of your career now and how it's business, how you're working. You've changed your career basically, obviously. You've changed the way you work.
Yeah, because
You had to go, aye, sorry, I'm jumping the gun there.
no, not at all. So when I came across this, I had 4 part-time jobs, and again, was a single mum to 3, I had 4 part-time jobs, and basically I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. So sick and tired of having no money, because I literally had nothing. I was sick and tired of trying to make ends meet all the time and saying no to so much things. It was no to the kids. We couldn't do this, couldn't do that, and no to going places, going on holiday, things like that. But now I've only got 1 part-time job. I'm still working at the chemist, which is only 2 days, and the rest of the time is fully on Nu Skin.
Brilliant. There you go. That's it. That's what I love, when people literally change their life for it. So your favourite experience so far in your business? Obviously that's quite a hard one, isn't it? But what rings out to you, your favourite experience so far?
My favourite experience would have to be one of the trips I was on. That is my ultimate favourite, because I was awarded a trip to Cape Town a couple of years ago, and honestly, everybody needs to get on one of these trips. I know you've been on, Shelley, and I know that a few others have been on that are on the call today have been on trips, but they are a must, because they literally put you on these trips not only to congratulate you for all your hard work, but they want you to realise how your life can actually be on a day-to-day basis. And there was no expense spared, and it wasn't just for me, it was for my partner as well, all expenses paid. So it was phenomenal, and getting to see all those top leaders, even the founders were there as well. So that really is, that's really
one
nice.
of your best. I think that is, you can't go on a trip and say it's not your best bit. And I think as well, taking your partner there, because some people experience resistance from partners when they start these businesses, because it's not what they're normal, and they're spending time on their phone and whatever. My husband was the same, got him on that trip, he's like, right, you keep on your phone, you get us on the next one, because he sees how amazing that they do it. So I'm not surprised you've said that's one of your best experiences. So what's your biggest takeaway from the situation we're in now? What's your biggest takeaway, and how would you say that you've grown in this time through the adversity within your business? How would you say it's helped as such with your business?
My biggest takeaway is how grateful I am. I think I would say that not that I wasn't grateful before, but it's really made people think a hell of a lot more. I am so grateful for having this business when all this happened, because if I hadn't had that business, if I hadn't had Nu Skin, I would be in a completely different scenario to what I am now. The security was one of the things that actually brought me into the business as well, is having that security for the children. You know, if I was sick, or, you know, that's what I was thinking of at that time. Nobody ever thought that this was ever going to happen. And people are more open to having a look. So
and you've literally hit your maximizer already, haven't you? You've literally hit your maximizer, which you're getting, that's it, double commissions. And what are we on the 18th? Amazing.
Oh, absolutely. This is actually, last month and this month has been 2 of the biggest months I've ever had, and nobody would ever think that. And people are losing jobs, and we're literally in one of the best industries out there, and you need to really be telling people about it.
That is the biggest key, and it's no prejudging anybody, I suppose, because you don't know who's looking for something.
No, absolutely, definitely.
Right, the next question will go on. So, since starting your business to now, in what way would you say you've grown? Describe yourself then and now. What would you say the growth in yourself? Because we all know this business grows us as well as grows your business. So, what would you say for you?
Confidence. I had very little confidence. I didn't have no belief. I had no belief in myself. I wouldn't say didn't have belief in the company, but I certainly didn't have belief in myself. And I was very much a people pleaser as well. I would just do things to please other people and not myself. But now it's completely done like a 360 turn. My confidence has grown so much. I've learned not to worry about what people say. That's a big one. Because people are going to talk anyway, so you really got to let that go, and it usually goes back to themselves anyway. But definitely confidence and having more belief. I definitely have got more belief in myself now because I've reached certain things, I've reached certain goals. But yeah, definitely I would say confidence and more belief.
And I think it goes with who you're round about as well. Like, and they say that if you don't believe in yourself at the start, the person that brought you in, they believe in you, do you know, taking it for other people. But actually, the more you're round about all of us that are saying, well, we're good people, we know we're doing a good thing, we're here to give something for other people, you can't help but starting to believe in yourself eventually. Like, that is just the byproduct.
Yeah.
Isn't it, really?
That's so true. Yeah, they borrow someone else's belief first, they say, don't they?
Yep,
and
totally.
It is hard. It's not easy to do that when you've got so much little belief in yourself and stuff. It's really difficult, but you will get there. You definitely will.
Yeah, it was just working at it. Eh?
They actually say it's a self-development journey with a compensation plan attached.
Totally, that is the biggest part. That is 100%, and that is, people do just come into the business to grow themselves, and then the byproduct is they earn money from it. Do you know, everybody's got different reasons, but it's definitely personal growth is amazing. So I'm talking, next bit is, what does your daily business habits look like? So we're talking about daily habits. We want to know, this is about consistency, and it's what they say, you wouldn't open your shop one day, close it for 7 and open it again. So we believe daily habits are quite important, even if it's a small amount. So what does yours look like business-wise at the minute, obviously? Your daily habits.
So Monday to Friday, because I work 2 days, I have a diary where it's a great big pages, one day to each page, and I start off at 6 in the morning till 10 at night, and I mark off, I do things in hours. So forget the days that I'm working. So if the other days that I'm not working, I go 6 a.m, 7 a.m, 8 p.m, blah, blah, blah. And I like to do things in hours instead of 3 hours doing Nu Skin or whatever. So getting up and definitely getting gratitudes and affirmations and a bit of reading done for a start. Then some of us have got a 7 a.m. call, which is great because it really gets you going. And then get myself organised. Make sure that I've got an hours of exercise in there. Doing contacts, I would say I put that in a couple of times, but not all at once. So I don't spend like 3 hours doing contacts. I would say an hour, and then maybe an hour following up, or then an hour maybe posting on something, and as we're doing the Lumi Spa, doing videos and things like that. It can take a little bit more time. So little things like that, but I do it in hour blocks, and that I find works best for me. Everyone's different and we'll do it in different stages, but that's how I do it.
And that is the key there. Obviously, you've said you work 2 days a week, so you're obviously fitting it in because you've got other days to do it. People that are maybe got less time to do it in like 15-minute blocks, half an hour. It's just what fits you, but you've kind of been consistent throughout the day and through the week, which makes a difference in your business, clearly.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, definitely. Consistency is 100% key.
We all realise that, and this is the thing, it's something people tell you as soon as you start, and then it's just something hits you, you're like, oh my god, I really need to be consistent all the time and I'll get the results. That's the difference. I'm going to leave it at that, Emmeline, because I'm aware of the time.
Okay.
So we had one last thing, and it was the last thing would have been was your personal development growth book, your most favourite book. Put it in the chat for me if you wouldn't mind. Just write in the chat, and then it means people can refer to it if that's all. But thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
Lovely to chat with you. And I'm going to move on we'll go to Laura, if that's all right. So we're going to have Laura Hill coming on.
Hi, Shelley.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Doing fine.
So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do introductions. You're going to introduce yourself because we're quite aware of time. I want to get you all given as much information as we can. So the same with you. So your name, your background, why Nu Skin, and what you love most about Nu Skin.
So hi guys, my name's Laura Hill. I am in the hairdressing industry. I have been in hairdressing for 23 years. I became a partner of the salon last year, thinking this was going to be our year. then look what happened. My new skin was my lovely friend Shelley told me about this amazing product, this whitening toothpaste. Product's what got me into the business, but actually looking at the outside, the compensation plan and everything that was with it is what kept me there. And actually the people kept me in Nu Skin, whether I was doing work or not doing work within it. It was the people that kept me going. And it's changed for myself, because I always thought I had job security, and I don't. I can't cut hair just now. I can't make my business work, and at the moment it's null and void. So it's been a massive opening just this amount of time for me.
So you're seeing this as an opportunity. We've spoken about this already. You're seeing this as an opportunity to really get the foundations there for your Nu Skin organisation, so that when normal life resumes, you've put the foundations in, and that's what we're kind of recommending to people. Put the hard work in now while you've got the time. Definitely.
Yeah, so I usually work 12 to 14 hour shifts, but I condense my days, so I work it in 4 days. And then you try and have life and family life and everything round about that. So at the moment I have all this time that I can focus on Nu Skin, so that when I go back to that type of work, which is going to be really, really busy for a little while, I'll have something in place. I'll have the focus in place. And really, I mean, I always thought Nu Skin was going to be my get out plan, my retirement plan, but actually that has come much quicker in the fact that I can't actually do the job that I usually do just now. So Nu Skin is in there, just kind of give me a hand.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in something else here that I've not even sent you in the message, but what we've spoke about is I'm in the beauty industry, you're in the hair industry, we love our jobs, and I think most people that are hairdressers and beauticians can say the same. But what we're both loving is that we're not in our work. Like, we're both loving the fact that we're actually not doing the 12, 14 hour shifts. We're actually having this time, and it's gave us a bit of a taste too that I could be doing less hours, you know? Like, that is, you're the same as me, and we've had that conversation, and it's really just, I think it spurred you on a wee bit more, because you're like, oh, I'm loving this time. I actually don't want to go back to work sometimes. I think like that, don't you?
Oh, definitely. It's made me realise how much I like being at home. I'm very, very fortunate that my partner's still working. We bought our house in December, so there's a safety net there for me, at least, in the fact that I've got that. But I'm enjoying on a Wednesday, if it's sunny, being able to go and sit in my garden. I've never been able to do that before since I was 16. So just the lovely, lovely things that we're appreciating together. And I could be quite happily retired from hairdressing if I could go and enjoy time with my clients and do a little bit of work that way, and not have to do these massive shifts.
Yeah. So and that's what this has done for you. It's changed your focus a wee bit. You're not saying, right, when I'm 50, I'm going to be working less. You're thinking, oh, I could maybe reduce my hours a wee bit sooner. So again, something that's good. It came out of quite a sad situation. We're looking at the positives in it and the ways it can change you. Right, let's get on. Make sure I've got these questions in. So the biggest takeaway was the situation, and since you started the business and to now, how would you say you've grown? Describe yourself then and now. So kind of what would you say that's your biggest growth since starting the business personally?
Oh, there's so many. I think the same as Emily, in confidence. I mean, I'm one of these people that I think look and sound very confident, but I'm terrified inside. I'm very frightened. Over the time of the personal development I've been doing, I've realised I'm very frightened of rejection and people not liking me. And when you think about things that have gone on in your childhood, and you know, I had bullying back my childhood, I had to leave school at 15, things like that. You know, things were scary, and it's hard being vulnerable and letting people into that and telling people that. So the biggest thing is being open with people and feeling comfortable around people to be able to kind of share that, and not worrying if they're, like Emily's saying, if they're judging you or not. It doesn't actually matter, because it's about them, not you.
Yeah, and it's also about, and I think it's about taking the emotion out of people you're asking to look at the business, because you're actually asking them to look at the business, not look at you. You're like, and it's changing your thought pattern as well. It's about them. Would you like to look at this opportunity? Always, and actually, Paige is saying it's a gift we're giving people. And it genuinely is a gift. And I, like me personally, from my experiences, I'm like, want to spout it out to everybody. I just want everybody experiencing the excitement and what I'm getting. So, and that's where I think the lesson is. It's, you grow as a person, but then you start realising this business isn't about me, it's about helping other people. It's the opportunity they're looking at, they're not looking at me. So that is the big difference, isn't it? So what does your daily habits look like now, Laura? So you were a shop open, shop shut, shop open, shop shut for a wee while, weren't you? But you're starting to get a bit more consistent. So what is Emmeline does the hour blocks? How are you trying to do it? Which works better for you?
Yeah, so I'm very much an inconsistent person. Have been for a while, have lifted it, dropped it, lifted it, dropped it. But I realise, as we all realise, that it has to be consistency. And if I was to look at my salon column in the shop, just like Emily was talking, that's kind of how my column works in the salon. I know exactly what's going to happen. So I do, and I've been doing blitzes. So I've been working a lot with Fraser Brooks, who's a generic network marketing trainer. And he talks about 30-minute blitzes. So you do 10 minutes of something. So you do 10 minutes of commenting of things, 10 minutes on finding new people, finding new friends, building up your network, and then 10 minutes of asking people the question as well, and actually putting a timer up and kind of doing it and making it exciting and giving it a blitz and doing it as a group as well has been really helpful for me. But breaking it up into those, it is an hour slot, because the other half hour you do is by answering the questions and things that people are coming back to you. But yeah, putting these slots in instead of saying for 5 hours I'll be doing Nu Skin.
Aye. So I suppose that is it, about being clear on your goals and clear on your intentions of what you're going to do in that hour, because we're all quite guilty. You're going to message somebody, a notification comes up on your phone, you look at that, then you're back and forward. So it's about having that strict time, especially if you're not at that at the minute. I'm not, but if time's limited with people, you want to make sure what you're doing is actually work. Because we've all said, I spend all this time on Nu Skin. No, you really don't. Like, if you're honest with yourself, you don't. You've scrolled Facebook 20 times. So what I've actually done is turn my notifications off. That's helped me a lot. So I'm actually going into my messages where I've got time to go into my messages. So I think that's a trick as well. But it's finding your way of making it as productive as possible. So Emmeline said her way, that's your way. So that's it's good wee tips for people that are just coming on the call and they're like, oh my God, how do I actually do this? So I'm going to leave it there with you.
I was going to say, Shelley, the other thing that has been huge in the last couple of days is tracking what I'm actually doing. So tracking the numbers. You think you're doing, 25 contacts, and then you look at it and go, I've done 6. And you really track it.
Totally, definitely. There's also, that's actually a good thing, there's also another training in this group, in the Team of Stars group, for exporting your contacts off Facebook. For anyone that's new, speak to your upline and they'll be able to do that, so that you can have a list of people that you're going to contact. So that's another wee thing for people to do. But there you go, Laura, tracking, amazing, well done. So what I'm going to say to you as well, if you can do the same, put in the chat your personal development book that you would recommend for people, and that they can go on that. And then I'm going to move on to our next speaker, because I'm quite aware of time and I know Sharon's got a lot to tell us as well. So thank you so much. Sharon, are you ready to join me?
Yes.
Good. So we've got Sharon Comrie on, everyone. And again, I'll just let you do your own introduction, Sharon. So name, background, why Nu Skin, and what you love most about it.
So my name is Sharon Comrie, as Shelley says. I'm from Airdrie. My background is a traditional business owner. I do mobile apps and websites. And I met Susie Mollison through networking. And for 4.5 years, she asked me the same questions. Have you got more time? How's business going? Have you got any more money? And every single time I went, no, but I don't have the time. And she was like that, but I so want you to have the time. So eventually, after 4.5 years, I gave in. And my only regret was not doing it the 4.5 years before. When she offered me the opportunity the first time. So never ever give up on anybody. What I love about Nu Skin is the camaraderie, the working together, because as a business owner, you're always fighting for the business against other people, where it was a massive culture shock for me, was to come in and actually work together and everybody go after the same goal, and you're like that, but we're doing the same thing, so it was massively different for me, but that has been the best thing.
Ah, brilliant. And that is it. And like, that's what I've been saying to my team as well. Don't be sitting there on your own doing it. We've got a full team of people that are doing the same. We all work together. That's totally, because when people, like you say, it's completely opposite to what you're used to as a traditional business owner. That's been key for a lot of people that comes in here. And when people say they've not got the time, because we're doing it in teamwork, it makes it less time. We're all working together and giving each other ideas. So that's for me another one as well, to be honest. So your career then and your career now, where are you looking now? How's your life now compared to when you started? So what's the difference?
So when I first started, it's not much different still, because as a traditional business owner, you're still doing what you're doing. However, when COVID hit and Boris Johnson stood up and said we're going into lockdown, 20 minutes and one part of my business completely collapsed, like completely collapsed. So there was absolutely zero income. If it hadn't have been for like NHS contracts and council contracts, then I would have had no business and no income. And as a single mum with a house and a car, that was scary.
Yeah.
And then obviously having to doing Nu Skin is something that I have been working, I'm going to say hard at. We should never work hard, we should work smart. But I do work hard at it, and I really need to change to do the smart part. But yeah, it's just now it's very much about self-love, about making sure that I do the daily habits, which I've always done, but a bit more looking after me and being very, very focused.
Yeah.
So that's the difference right now. Yeah.
And do you feel that's making a difference in your business then?
Yeah, more a difference in me and a difference in your passion and enjoying the journey.
Yeah.
Because Dan McCormick said one time, if nobody knows Dan McCormick, you can watch him on a Saturday at 4 o'clock, absolutely phenomenal. But he had said you have to enjoy the journey. And I text Susie and I was like that, yeah, but how long does the journey take? She was like, oh dear. So I'm a very impatient person.
It's true. So, yeah. There's a lot of people I know that are like that as well, but it's hard not to be when you're so passionate about something, you just want it now. And it is that. Another book's The Compound Effect. That's a brilliant book that I've listened to as well recently, and it is the compound effect. It's just the small actions that build up to now, where we're at now. Because I don't know about you, but I know I've got like customers when I started 3 years ago now come at me saying, Shelley, what is that thing you're selling? So that's the compound effect. So it does take time as well as doing the daily habits. Right, we'll get on to the next one. We've got the biggest take, we've done that. So starting the business, you say you've grown. So would you say it's self-worth, your growth? What would you say you've grew in the business? What's your...
I would say it's the personal development, the whole personal development journey. Like I'm working with a coach now and basically really learning how to meditate, doing 20 minutes of gratitude every morning, doing your exercise, sticking to that routine, and it's consistency even in that that then leads you into having really good consistency throughout the day. So my day starts at 4:30 just now because that was my choice.
Right.
You know, to get everything in, my day starts at 4:30, apart from Saturdays and Sundays. I give myself like 6:30 on a Saturday and Sunday. But 4:30 and like on a weekday now, because if not, I just couldn't fit it in, because I still have my other business to run as well as do and fit as much in as I can.
Because you obviously know this is the time to really grow it, because there's, like we say, there's people looking for it, isn't there?
Absolutely.
So one last wee bit with you, Sharon. So if you can give anyone a big bit of advice, what would it be then? What would your bit? I never put this in your question, but this is something.
The biggest bit of advice is people cannot make you feel anything. So if you prospect them and they say no, they can't make you feel like a failure. They can't make you feel that you bothered them. They can't make you feel you're the only person that can make yourself feel something. So don't ever take it personally.
Yeah.
Actually do the self-development on yourself. Give yourself the self-love and everything else will come. And when your vibration is high, then that radiates out. So, yeah,
it totally does, definitely. I love that. Really love that, actually. Thank you. So, thank you so much for that. Again, if you've got anything personal development wise, and if you want to put it in the chat so people can take a wee note, it's always nice. I always like a new book, so I'll check on it too. Thank you so much. So I hope that helped. I think the common trend there was that everyone is consistency, working on yourself, consistent action, getting the daily habits going. Everybody, the three ladies there had said the exact same. But yeah, it's your journey. Don't compare yourself. It's another thing, it's comparing as well. Don't be comparing yourself to other people. There has been people been in the business for a lot longer than some other people, so obviously they're in their journey further ahead than you. And again, it's been training. We've just done it more often than the newer people have done it. So we're doing the same thing every day. So I'm gonna give you a few words of advice. Sorry, I couldn't even get my words out there. So when you're doing your social media posts, I don't know, you may be aware, you might not be aware, but when you're putting your posts up, it's not recommended that we put prices on our posts on Facebook or stories. And the reason for that is, and it's quite clever marketing really as well, but the Nu Skin really don't want you doing that, but it means that people come to you and ask. It creates curiosity. People are going to say, what is the price of that product? And you're going to get them in your inbox, so you can have a conversation with them, so that you can discuss with them the price it is, and if that's too much for them or not, or they want more things, or they want different products. It means that you're not just selling them a product because it's the product they want. There might be a different product that's actually suitable for them, so it gets you a conversation with them as well. Also, you'll see people saying that, and I basically say, because there's so many independent distributors doing it, the recommended retail price is the recommended retail price. But if somebody like Sharon could be having an offer in her group and I'm putting a price up here, it's just creating competition. And like Emmeline said, it's no competition. We're not in competition with each other. You've got your customers and Sharon's got hers. So it's really just about getting them into your groups, doing it in your groups or doing it in a private message. Just don't put your prices on your posts. So we've got some things happening on Thursday in our 7 a.m. call. So it'd be good if everybody can get on. Most people might be on that call. If you're not, speak to your upline and they can tell you how you get onto the call. And also on Saturday, we've got a Nu Skin event on Saturday. So if you're not in the Nu Skin group, then get yourself into the group. It's a Zoom call. I think it's a Zoom call. So there's a link on there for the Saturday. And I think it's 11 o'clock till 1. Is that right? 11 o'clock, I'm sure it is, 11 till 1. I'll double check that and we'll put it in the team. But Nu Skin, this is like, we usually go down to an event in London or wherever, and Nu Skin like to really, it's really good at showing recognition, showing the products that the company's bringing out. It's really good community, it's good attraction marketing. It's basically you're working and you're at an event for home. It's just a really, really good part to see what's going on in the company that you're working with. So if you can get on that, I would totally recommend that. And now I'm going to say it's 1 minute to 9 and I've done it. We've got the time and I've got all 3 of you on. We've had great training. I hope that was beneficial to everybody, and it's amazing seeing the excitement in the team now is amazing, and I'm excited to see everybody's growth in the next wee while, and I look forward to watching all the recognitions coming up over the next wee while. So thank you all for joining, and I shall see you all at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Take care, guys.
Thanks, Shelley.
Bye.